Get clickbaited. That is right. I did not set a world record. I set 5. I've been doing some wonky stuff on the channel, including record for the most chickens killed in a single match at 87. You know what? That's kind of what you do when your ranked climb isn't going as well as you hope. So you find success in different avenues. Today we reach feats no other Eternal Returner has reached. And we start this journey making fast food. So I was playing on 11, like I do, and I was thinking to myself, let's see how many combo meals I can make. For those less acquainted with 11, she can make a meal that includes burgers and fries, which are made from heated oil and potatoes. And then you can combine the two and you make 2 combo meals. So hopping into the game, I didn't fight anyone unless they decided to fight me first. 11 is really nice to do this with because she has like super nice escape and overall is kind of a quick character. So the first issue that I thought I'd run into when making the combo meals is I'm going to run out of potatoes, right? There's only a limited amount of potatoes on the map. So I go through, grab me some spuds, and then when I go and make the other materials or use the other resources, I realize I have an overabundance of potatoes and not enough bread. So that led my first run to ending with about 18 combo meals, which it's a lot. I do enjoy watching streamers pick up my loot and marvel at how many combo meals I've made.
Oh my god, you're leavened out of your fucking mind.
After a few more attempts, leading off with the potato strat, I realize it's always bread. I'm always limited on bread. Taking a look at the Eternal Return wiki, I see that there's 5 that spawn in hospital and 6 in school. So it became my priority to get those 11 pieces of bread plus my 2 pieces of bread for a total of 13. After a lot of games, I finally get all the bread in both school and hospital. Plus, what I started out with, I get 26 combo meals, which I'd like to declare as the current record, at least the current record that's recorded. The only way to beat this record would be to RNG some more burgers, which is definitely possible, or to grief people for their bread like at the beginning of the game. I actually jumped into an AI match too to see if I could just break the record there, but the AI, they never had any bread when I killed them. In fact, the AI kind of knew how to scrap. I almost died a couple times. Okay, for record 2. You ever get that suggested build that's like 8 zones, but your friend's like, bro, I swear this is a good build? Well, I'd like to enter the ring with the world's longest build path. How this works is I routed a build on Jackie that requires I grab at least 1 item from every zone. I picked Jackie because she's fast, she can wall jump. Also, I build items that make me faster. So the first couple attempts, I was able to grab 1 thing from every zone, but the issue kept occurring. I couldn't finish my build, which results in me dying. The next couple attempts, well, I just kind of got griefed. Not being full build that late into the game kind of does that to you. But when my grind set turned into a Grussel was finally, when I showed up to my last zone on Dock and I finished my 15 zone build. I go through the rest of the game, I contest tree, I even killed the lobby leader, only to die to a 3rd and a 4th and a 5th party. But hey, 6th place with a kill? That's positive LP game. AKA, this build is viable. Record 3 isn't quite as glorious as the other ones. I wanted to see how many sit-ups I could do with Jan, sorry. If you don't know, Jan does sit-ups while resting. So it sounds pretty easy, right? I plop myself in a bush, only to do some sit-ups. The issue is Jan is loud as fuck when he does these sit-ups. I was spotted quite frequently trying to do this, but if someone got next to me, I learned I could just get up and you know what? They wouldn't hear anything. They just keep walking. Eventually, I started just YOLOing it and trying to get sit-ups in when people did pass me. It was especially hard seeing my waifu Wiccaline pass without even saying a hello. Final zone rolls around. I get chased out by a Leon, right? Eventually, I make my way back, do a singular sit-up, and then I get ran on by pretty much everyone in the lobby. I was like 12 levels down. Hey, that's what happens. You'd think you'd be stronger just by doing sit-ups the whole game. My final total for the world record is I did 711 sit-ups. Keep in mind, I had to play the game, then record the replay, then count how many push-ups I did, and then edit the footage. So I heard roughly 2,844 times just on the successful attempt. So please, never ask me to play Yawn. So record 4 was actually super calculated. I'm not gonna lie. I was looking to have vision in every zone at the same time. So just doing console to console in every zone, that was not going to give me enough time to get zone to zone. So I went into the practice tool. I was on Sylvia because, she can ride a bike. I found out the console gives you 3 minutes of vision while the cameras give you 2.5. So here's what I did. I started off every run getting console vision first. It gave me 30 seconds to go down and place a camera. From there, I had 3 minutes, or from the first camera, I had 2.5 minutes to pretty much go around the entire map, dropping cameras like some kind of deranged paperboy. My routing looked something like I started in dock, got console vision since it was the longest run to the next zone. Then I would deliver cams alongside the factory line, and it went pretty smoothly. From there, I went to hospital, up to pond, and then temple. After that, I'd TP into archery, but on this specific run, on the one that was successful, I had to go to hotel. There were 2 major things that made these runs hard. One was red zones closing, because sometimes they just be very inconvenient. The others would be players. Sometimes I'd run by them, I'd be a little lower in mastery because I spent a while crafting 15 cameras, and like Whooper McLooper here, they'd try to kill me, like the game's intended. But crazy enough, I TP into forest, pull up to beach, pull up to uptown, and I look in the replay. What do you know? Doc still has vision. And know what's even crazier? I looked, every zone, by the time I pulled up to beach, had cams still in it. That means no one removed any of them, which is kind of insane. Maybe it's because I put them on like the edge of the zones, or just because there weren't many people left, but that's some crazy luck. The only regret I have is not going for Research Center, but hey, if you're trying to break my record, I think that's how you're gonna do it. So with the last record, I'm gonna let you in on my creative process. I trash a lot of ideas and footage. I'm not proud of it. I could post a lot more frequently, I feel like, if I didn't, but if I don't like it, I'm not gonna post it. So I tried a lot of different challenges for the 5th, and not many went how I planned. For example, I played Magnus to see how many bikes I could break. It turned out a lot harder since the cooldowns only reset by hitting players. I could swear they did for animals, but I'm pretty sure that was like patched out at some point. So I just looked like a head ass running around with like a 2-minute cooldown. Then I tried to get a record amount of crates opened with Luke, but I kind of realized the egg event is going on and you get the eggs from the blue boxes, so this felt kind of scummy to do, so I abandoned. So I landed at how many throw items can I craft? Why throw? It's just what I know best. I know most of the recipes by heart, so it made it kind of easy. I started with William because normally he crafts 2 items anyway, right? He gets his David Sling, and then he usually crafts the Grenade of Antioch. I just kind of pipelined some of my Adria weapons from there, and I ended up with 5 finished weapons before I could craft my Dyadic, and at that point in the game, I got ran down by a Daniel. I eventually got really frustrated with William after a dozen takes, because getting griefed so often is kind of an issue because he's just a bit of a turret. He doesn't have much escape ability. So I switched to Adrian, and here you can see I have 5 finished items, which ties my William record. What you don't know is I actually crafted a 6. Here you can see this Luke deciding to pick up my grenade and put it inside a wolf. Believe it or not, your inventory gets a little messy when you're trying to craft like 8 throw weapons at once. So that was super cool. But yeah, I probably could have tried for more, but I was getting pretty demoralized at this point. So we're gonna call the record at 6. It's kind of like when a high jumper barely breaks their record just so they can do it again the next meet. But hey, if you guys like this kind of thing, let me know. I enjoy making these videos even though it's a ton of work. Suggest any records that you guys have broken or that might be fun to record in the comments. That would be hype. But I hope you enjoyed. Bye.